What is the craziest story you have heard regarding Floridians? The Miami zombie, the guy who was high on bath salts and bit a homeless man's face off, is to this day the craziest Florida story I've ever had. Except he wasn't actually on bath salts, proven fact. They did find trace amounts of marijuana in his system. It was really just untreated mental illness and was randomly conflated with bath salts. That guy who was trying to sell golden tickets to heaven that he said were given to him by Jesus. He said he met Jesus behind an Arby's and needed the money so he could pay an alien that offered to take him to a planet made of cocaine. That's a real complex backstory. Wonder if it worked out for him. I think he got arrested. The alligator thrown into a Wendy's drive-thru window. If I get corona, I get corona. That'll be replayed a lot in that guy's life. Might cost him a future job or two. Edit, a word. Hard for Florida to surprise any of us at this point. You should do the Florida Man Challenge. Google Florida Man and your birthday and see what the first result is. Mine was about a guy who I believe tried to smuggle in all the parts of a rocket launcher through airport security. Half-naked man walks goat in the rain. Yup, that sounds about right. Police, Florida man drives golf cart into Walmart, attempts to run over people. Sounds about right. My favorite is Florida man arrested for robbing Chinese restaurant at Finger Point. I live in Florida and it didn't make large news, but my high school got locked down for 6 hours because the KFC on the corner got robbed at gunpoint and the guy ended up only stealing food. The amount never made the news, but a kid's brother working there said it was around 80 pounds worth of chicken and some side ingredients near them. The guy that was arrested for tying up and trying to fornicate with an alligator. The heart wants what the heart wants. Yeah, but the alligator don't. My aunt's ex-husband would deliberately try to injure himself on job sites so he could sue and get settlements. It worked for him 3 times. The last time left him permanently injured though. He electrocuted himself off a ladder. Fucked his back up really good. Got just under $1 million. Blew through it. It would either be, Florida hospital employee arrested for sucking on elderly patient's toes. Or, Florida man intentionally drives Ferrari 360 into ocean at top speed. Free tow jobs for everybody that isn't elderly. Florida hospital employee. Florida man arrested for twisting a 2-year-old boy's nipples off. My friend from Florida is currently attempting to build a nuclear reactor. I'm trying to talk him out of it, but nothing will change his mind. I won't be surprised if there is some news report about high amounts in radiation from a homemade reactor soon. Florida man turns self in for murdering his imaginary friend, takes world's saddest mugshot. Aw. Okay, this happened to me in the middle of January. My dad took me to Florida, I live in California, to go to a parachute packing school. The days were long and the only breaks we got was an hour for lunch. Right outside of the school, there was a jumping operation and a restaurant. My dad took me there every day. The class was 2 weeks long, so we could get something to eat and watch the divers land. In the second week, it was like a Monday or Tuesday. The days started to blend together at that point. We were at the restaurant, watching the divers when an elderly man walked in. If I had to guess, he was in his 70s. He came up to our table and he reeked like smoke, not cigarette smoke. This man smelled like a forest fire. That's when I noticed. I looked down and realized, his pants were on fire. Sir? I asked. Yeah? He said, I believe your pants are on fire. Oh, I know. I shot a confused look to my dad. Are you okay? My dad asks, trying not to burst out in laughter. Yeah, no, I'm fine, but you little lady, I'm 26 years old, look like one hot mama, the man says to me. I looked at my dad. I was now trying not to laugh. My dad went to say something to the man, but he just walked off with his pants still on fire. We finished our meal and left. We didn't see that man again for the rest of the class. Naked homeless Florida man wearing only Mickey socks arrested for corruption and theft at Miami International, smuggling AK-47s, Asian prostitutes and methamphetamine inside an alligator that he illegally tamed especially for this purpose, then blamed his dog for being the brain of the whole operation. Urine analyses show he consumed at least 3 marijuanas and he also smoked drug with hose. Florida man kidnaps scientist to make his dog immortal. Florida man, mad over $1 jump in cigarette price, threatens clerk with loaded rifle. My absolute favorite was the Florida man who bravely broke into his neighbor's house after it caught on fire to rescue their dog. Turns out, the house wasn't on fire and the dude was just on LSD and imagined it. So he broke into the house, stole the neighbor's dog and then proudly told the police what he'd done when they arrived. Some pregnant lady defended herself from a home invasion with an AR-15. Mama bear mode activated. A naked Florida man in a Publix parking lot kicked trash cans and jumped on and punched cars while screaming "I only had one beer." The Miami zombie, the guy who was high on bath salts and bit a homeless man's face off, is to this day the craziest Florida story I've ever had. You forgot the best part. While he was eating the homeless man's face, he growled at a cop who was trying to talk him down, was shot, continued eating, then was finally taken down after 4 more shots after he attacked. He also had a Bible with him for part of this before he stripped naked. He was a pretty straight-up man with a good life and family before this happened. This attack and behavior was totally out of the blue and everyone who knew him was totally shocked. Florida man dies trying to microwave a microwave inside a microwave. I actually saw this video when it came out. Florida man arrested for sexually assaulting stuffed Olaf in Target store. Congratulations, you've reached the end. Tap on Reddit Piggy to subscribe to be blessed with 2 days of amazing luck, and also plenty of interesting videos from Village Reddit.